Hey guys, welcome back. Another video. I know it's been a little while since the COVID thing, but today is a super exciting day. It is Christmas in June. Yesterday I got a software update, 2020.20.12, and just now I got the new .13. You know what that means? It means it's the new FSD stoplight and stop sign control for Canada. Can't wait. Let's go check out it in the car. Let's go. Well, here we are, folks. This is it, the latest software update, 2020.20.13. And here it is, the big one we've all been waiting for, traffic light and stop sign control. Now, we're going to review this today. We're going to take it out for a drive, and I'll let you know my thoughts and feelings. If you're in the US, you've probably seen this before, but hey, it's a big deal for us. So what is it? Traffic light and stop sign control is designed to recognize and respond to traffic lights and stop signs, slowing your car to a stop when using traffic-aware cruise control and auto steer. Now, the first thing you need to know is that you do require FSD. So your car has to have FSD and hardware 3. My car is a September 2019 build, so my car came with all of this stuff. I paid for FSD. So anyways, the other thing you have to remember is that this is beta software, so we are going to be testing this in the sense that we are training Tesla's AI to recognize stop sign and stoplight controls. So you'll see here as we drive, there are things that we have to do to confirm it. So if you think you're going to get in the car and this is going to work automatically and it's just magically going to drive itself, I got news for you. That's not the way it works. So let's see, what else is in this update? A GPS update. There's been various reports on the internet as to what this does. I'm going to trust that Tesla's engineers are doing the right thing and making sure that our accuracy has been updated. There's a new game in here called Fallout Shelter. I'm not really into the games, but you guys can certainly check that out. There have been some theater mode improvements in here, so this release you can play pause and skip video playback with your steering wheel controls. A lot of people have been asking for that. And some tracks improvements. That's one of the that's the music player thing. I don't play with that, but anyway, so that's what's part of this update. But the big one we're going to test out today is the traffic light and stop sign control. Before we begin, we should enable the function, so we'll go under Settings, Autopilot, and enable traffic light and stop sign control beta. We'll have to agree to the warnings here. Traffic light, stop sign controls designed to slow down your car. You're always in control. Yes, we'll agree to that. So now that we have that enabled and we have a destination typed in where we're going to encounter stop signs and stop lights, let's go for a little drive here and see what it does. So we have a stop sign coming up. And right, I didn't have NOA turned on. So we kind of blew that one. That's okay. We'll go up here and do the next one. Let's turn on traffic aware. Now it says here on the screen the stopping for traffic control in 50 meters. So the car is a little herky. Whoa, the car is really herky-jerky here. What's going on? All right, let's see what it does. It recognizes the bicyclists, and it should come up to the stop sign. I think it was just getting a little confused there. So it has definitely come to a stop. Now I've pressed the accelerator and the car is now progressing by itself. Let's set the speed up here. This is a 70 zone. I can go 75. I'll just do 5 over. That's nice and safe. And we'll turn on auto steer. And now it says stopping for traffic light in 100 meters. Now there's a car here in front of me. And you can see here definitely on the screen that there's a red line drawn on the ground, so it definitely recognizes the stoplights. I'm curious to see at this point whether it will actually proceed once the car in front of us actually starts moving, because that's the normal behavior with traffic-aware cruise control, that it will stop for another car in front of you. But now that we have this extra feature, I want to see if it's actually going to progress on its own or whether we have to actually engage it again. My understanding is that if there's no car in front of me and it comes to a light, I still have to engage it to tell it to proceed. Again, Tesla's being very cautious with this software at first because we are training the AI. In this process, Tesla's trying to look for verification, like both positive and negative. They can't just turn it on and say, let it go. They want to make sure that the car is actually doing things properly. So now this car is actually heading off. And my car is, see, it was telling me to stop, so looks like I still have to tell it to proceed. Again, we got another sign on here that says it's stopping for traffic light control in 100 meters. Again, it's actually a yellow light right now, and we're following this car. So once again, once this proceeds at this point, I think I'm going to have to acknowledge it with either the accelerator or the autopilot stalk. Yeah, so that certainly worked this time. I told it to proceed. The other notice here on the traffic lights that the lights that are shown here on the display are actually brighter than before. So they show up better. There's traffic around me, so I'm not really going to do anything. I'm just going to tell it to proceed. Come on, move over. Well, I had to disengage on that one. Didn't like that merge lane. It's actually a good day to do a test like this. The COVID situation makes it so that there's a little less traffic on the roads, so the car won't panic quite as much. Stop it for traffic light. So you see this traffic light, and I still have to tell it to proceed. So this is part of the training function that I mentioned earlier, that even though there's a green light, that you still have to tell the car to proceed. Again, it's a positive confirmation telling the car, yeah, it's okay to go. You did the right thing. You recognize the light, but I still want you to go. I know a lot of you are going to find that very annoying, and I know that a lot of people on the forum and discussions online have found that to be an annoyance, and they've actually turned it off. That's fine. You can certainly do that. The problem is that you're not helping matters. The whole point of this is actually to train Tesla's AI system for both positives and negatives to make sure that their algorithms are reinforced. The more data that you give them, the better that this is going to turn out, and the faster they can actually enable some more of these features as they come. Eventually, when Tesla has enough of this data, they will relax on the proceed function, so you won't actually have to do it. The next one will be certainly being able to actually take corners, like being able to actually turn. Right now, this is just for straightforward movements. You can't, it won't navigate intersections on its own in the sense of being able to turn right or left. It's only for straight through. So again, it saw the red light up there. Maybe we'll go into a residential area here. Maybe we can hit some more stop signs and see what it does. What is my distance control here? So I had it at 4 cars. Let's set it to 3. See if that helps matters a little bit. See, again, it's not proceeding. I have to tell it to go. When you actually hit it to proceed, you'll notice that the red line disappears on the ground. So we tell it to proceed. It's still gonna. Yeah, see, it's not going anywhere. Whoa. Okay. All right. Let's disengage autopilot and actually see what it does. I'm curious to see if I disable navigation and I turn on. So stop if you're traffic control. So it did not even see that stop sign from way back there. It knew that there was one. So it looks like to me that there's a little bit of data coming from the GPS or from the maps, knowing that there's an intersection there. Because I'm telling you right now, because of that bush when it came around the corner, it did not see that stop sign until the very last second. Again, that stop sign's way too far, and it's obscured for the system to actually have seen that stop sign. So we're coming to a complete stop here. Let's go left this time, and I'm going to tell it to proceed. Now I don't have auto steer right now. The car, oh yeah, the car didn't like that at all. Yes. Don't know why it kind of freaked out with that car being there, but it's nice to know that it's paying attention. All right, let's do auto steer again. How fast can we go over and above? Yeah, so this is a 40 zone. Certainly with NOA turned on and this new beta software, we can't go, it locks you in at the current speed limit. Can't go any faster. So for those of you who find that to be annoying, meaning that you'd like to go, 5 or 10 over, well, you're not going to like this software. And once again, I'm just going to tell it to proceed. There's a car coming up that's parked on the median, and I'm just curious to see if the car is going to navigate around this. It's certainly slowing down. It sees the car, and it is almost coming to a stop. Why are you doing that? All right, well, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Normally the car would certainly go around that. Wouldn't be an issue, but I don't know if it's the software release that's actually being extra cautious. I'm pressing the accelerator here, that's why it's not actually going to come to a stop, so I'll just release, let the car do its thing. Proceed. Yeah, the car certainly drives, with this software at least anyways, a little more like a timid teenager first getting their permit. But what I want to do out here is go out to a faster road and see if we can actually increase the speed limit and see if it's locked down. I think it's probably locked down just to residential areas at the actual speed limit. Might relax a little bit over here. That's my hope anyways. We'll test it out and see what it says. So while I'm stopped, I can actually increase the speed limit. So let's go to 85. All right, I'm going to hit proceed and see what it does. Doesn't accelerate very fast, that's for sure. This car certainly has the ability to accelerate, but on autopilot, it is not going any faster. So let's do auto steer and see what it does. Right, well, there's your answer. Definitely on this beta software, you are actually locked into the current speed limit. There's no over anymore. That's a little disappointing, but I understand. Tesla's just trying to be cautious with this. It is what it is. Again, they will relax this once they gather the data and they can review their models, look at the false positives, look at the positives, and make sure that their algorithms are working right, tweak them a little bit, send out another software update. And once the confidence level goes up, then they'll start relaxing some of this stuff, and then it'll actually be a little more usable. Right now, I just find it is just too timid to use on a daily basis. But it's exciting to see that this technology is here today, and we can actually use it. Now, if you follow a Twitter account called Green the Only, he's a very good Tesla hacker. He has the ability to go into software updates that are released and look at some of the changes, and he just tweeted out yesterday that Tesla has incorporated some new assets. Now, when I say assets, I'm talking about, the graphics on the screen that show things like, cones and stop signs, that type of thing. There are assets in there that can actually recognize signs that indicate roundabouts, as well as speed limit signs, which has been a function that's been actually lacking in the cars. Many other cars have that, but not in Teslas, where we've been relying on the GPS data to get speed limits. So that is an indication that those kind of features are coming soon. Here in Canada, they're in new developments. We use a lot of roundabouts. Obviously, it's very popular in Europe, not so much in the US, but that is one of the functions that we're looking forward to being able to use in residential areas. That's pretty tricky. In my opinion, navigating a roundabout for a car is probably as tricky, if not more in some cases, than navigating intersections, being able to turn right and left. But we'll see. But it's positive. I like the fact that he's discovered that stuff, and it's an indication that that should be coming in a software update for Europe, at least in the near future. So again, we're coming up on a green light, and I'm just going to confirm it right now to be able to cross this intersection. So you can actually do it in advance. You don't have to wait. If you think that things are clear, you can actually confirm it and let it go through. You don't have to wait for it to stop. Like I said, for some of you, you'll find that it's very annoying, especially the fact now that this is a 50 zone. Nobody drives 50 on this road. And if I press the accelerator, I can certainly go above the speed limit. But I'm curious, actually, if I go above the speed limit, I want to see if it actually recognizes the lights and will still act on them. I think it will. It's just a matter of that I have to release the accelerator for it to be able to do its job. Oh yeah, I didn't like the fact that I blew through that light. Actually, I didn't. It was green. It didn't let me stop. See, here's another one. I just did that again. I didn't tell it to proceed. I was still pressing the accelerator. So I guess there's the odd chance where you'll get an audible alert like that. Other times, maybe not so much. Here's another one. We got a green light coming up. I can see that the intersection is clear. So I'm going to maintain above the speed limit. I'm not confirming. Okay, it let me through, but it didn't like it so much. I'm actually going to tell it to proceed. So now it's actually going to follow this car, which is expected. Now, let's see if I can change lanes here. If I just put this into the right-hand lane, let's see what the car does. So it's waiting for this Audi to get out of the way, as normal. Come on, move over there, Tesla. There we go. Okay, I got one more lane. I'm going to move over one more lane here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Whoa, okay, so the car started to accelerate there. Didn't like that, I had to take over. Yeah, if you think FSD is coming in the next month or in the next few days, I got news for you. Got a long way to go. Change lanes. Oh, it wants to proceed again. Change lanes. There we go. So I give it a double whammy on that one. I wanted to change lanes and proceed. Must cancel the blinker. Let's see if we can tell how fast it recognizes the red to green. Oh, that was instantaneous. Very nice. Well, I will have to say this. The AI recognition as far as the neural networks being able to detect everything is very fast. However, I don't think this is quite ready for prime time yet. Again, it is beta. Well, there you go. Those are my impressions on this latest software that Tesla has released. My personal opinion is it's exciting to see these kind of improvements. However, it's not for everyone. You know, for some of you, the constant fact that you have to engage the autopilot system to tell it to go through intersections, to continue through stop signs, is going to be annoying. The other fact that it's locked down to the current speed limit in that area might find that annoying. So I think some of you will enjoy the fact that you have to train the AI system, but I know a lot of you are going to not like it and you're going to turn it off and just wait for somebody else to do, you know, the heavy lifting. And that's perfectly fine. If you want to do that, that's great. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a mix of both. I'll probably find myself with some spare time, go around, train the AI. But I think right now in this current software update for me, I don't think I'm going to leave it on long term. I'm going to wait for some more software improvements, and then hopefully it'll be a little more usable. Anyways, I hope you like the video. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. I have some really cool stuff coming. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. See you guys.